Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the TV News with some last events in our province, and now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of November the 16th of 2023, the Central Propaganda Department organized the Central Rapporteur Conference in November of 2023 in an online form from the central meeting point to the provincial level meeting point. Deputy Head of the Central Propaganda Department, Phang Xuân Thuy, chaired the conference at the central connecting point. At the Tenen Province Connecting Point meeting, Nguyễn Thị Xuân Hương, member of the Provincial Party Standing Committee, head of the Provincial Party Committee's propaganda, chaired the conference. At the conference, the Vietnam General Confederation of Labour informed some general information about the current workers and about the 13 conference of Vietnam trade unions for the period of 2023 and 2028. Department of Party and Political Work, the Ministry of Public Security informed about the 41st Asia Pacific Conference of Prison Management Officials hosted by Vietnam, and the Central Inspection Committee provides specialized information on outstanding results of inspection, supervision, and party discipline in the first half of the term of the 13th Party Conference, the direction and tasks in the future. And also at the conference, Deputy Head of the Central Propaganda Department, Phang Xuân Thuy, oriented propaganda work in the coming term. Ladies and gentlemen, on a business trip to Tenen Province on the morning of November the 18th, the Central Commission for Popularization and Education delegation led by Lieutenant General Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, Secretary of the Party Central Committee, head of the Party Central Committee's Commission for Popularization and Education visited the relic site, souvenir sites of Hoàng Lê Kha boarding school in Phước Vinh commune of Châu Thành district, and attended the meeting of the teachers of Hoàng Lê Kha boarding school, the period of 1962 and 1990. At Hoàng Lê Kha Boarding Revolutionary School Memorial House, the delegation and delegates offered incense to commemorate the merits of the heroic marchers Hoàng Lê Kha and the teachers and the generations of students who sacrificed their lives in the fight and defense and construction of the fatherland. Speaking at the ceremony, head of the Central Propaganda Department Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa emphasized that Hoàng Lê Kha Boarding School is one of the first schools in the South with the function of teaching culture to the children of officials and party members of the soldiers, and also participating in the resistance and sacrificing themselves. During nearly 30 years of operation, Hoàng Lê Kha Boarding School has trained a revolutionary generation, when the rest is devoted to the cause of building Tenen Province in particular and the whole country in general. On this occasion, the head of the Central Propaganda Department Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa also personally presented gifts of gratitude to officials, teachers, and the teachers who have worked at the school. And the National Assembly delegation from Tây Province, Tuyên Quang, Sơn La, Long An, and Da Nang City had a trip back to the origin at the Special National Monument area, the base of the Southern Revolutionary Central Party Committee Affairs. At the Memorial House of the President Ho Chi Minh, Mr. Châu Văn Lâm, member of the Party Central Committee, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, and head of the National Assembly delegation of Tuyên Quang Province, Mr. Nguyễn Hữu Đông, member of the Party Central Committee, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, and head of the National Assembly delegation of Sơn La provinces, and other delegates who are leaders of units under the National Assembly, spent a minute of silence and lit incense, and respectfully bowed their heads, expressing the infinite gratitude of the great contributions of President Ho Chi Minh and the heroic martyrs. And next, the delegates visited the exhibition house of the Special National Relic Area of the base of the Southern Revolutionary Central Party Committee Affairs, reviewed the map, and listened to explanations about the developments of the counter-attack campaign to defeat the Junction City operation of the American troops entering north of Tây Base, and visit and learn about the relics and memorabilia in the last home restoration area and houses and workplaces of the leaders during their time working here. And ladies and gentlemen, the Standing Committee of the People's Council of Tây Province recently had a survey of the Cần Đăng Stream Landslide Prevention Embankment Project. It is a project that is of great interest to the voters and the people of Tân Biên District. Kendang Stream Landslide Prevention Project flows through the center of Tân Biên Town, whose investor is the People's Committee of Tân Biên District. The project is scheduled to be implemented in 2023, but is currently behind schedule. And Tân Biên District People's Committee had asked to adjust the project implementation time until the end of 2024. And the reason for the slow progress in the construction because some households have not yet relocated their houses and handed over the site for the construction. And among these, 6 households have received full compensation and resettlement support, signed the land handover records but have not relocated their houses. In addition, there are 3 households that did not comply with the land recovery decision, nor did they comply with the handover of the premises. And on the other hand, according to the assessment of the District People's Committee, the construction unit's capacity is still limited and many times it has not focused on construction to achieve the planned volume. And in addition, this embarkment project can only be constructed in sunny months and cannot be constructed in the months with a lot of rain because it is ineffective and does not ensure the technical safety. While in recent times, there have been consecutive heavy rain during the rainy seasons, and Tân Biên District People's Committee has prepared for the plans to complete the project in 2024 and report to the Provincial People's Committee and Standing Committee of Provincial People's Council. And after more than 2 years of implementation with many difficulties, the wastewater treatment system project under the Urban Development Project along the Greater Mekong Sub-region corridor in Mộc Bài has been basically completed. And currently, the project has basically completed construction and the main roads have been handed over to Bến Cầu District to repair concrete mass and urban embellishment. It is expected that by the end of November, the cleaning and beautification of the road surface will be completed also, and up to now, disbursement had reached for 62%, equivalent to over 93 billion Vietnam dong. And although construction has been basically completed, the project has fallen behind schedule compared to the planned start. And the project to develop urban areas along the Greater Mekong Sub-region corridor in Mộc Bài, Tân An Province has had portfolio approved since 2012. After many adjustments, the Prime Minister has assigned the time implemented from February the 17th of 2021 to June the 30th of 2022. And the project includes 6 sub-projects, including the Bến Cầu Town Wastewater Collection System sub-project. Because the project started in 2021 during the COVID-19 outbreak, construction had to be temporarily suspended. And at the same time, the construction of wastewater collection pipes must be connected to each household, causing disruption to the people's lives and causing some difficulties. At the 7th meeting held on March the 31st, the Provincial People's Council issued a resolution extending the project implementation period to June 30th of 2023, and thus, compared to the resolution, the sub-project was completed several months late. And ladies and gentlemen, the resolution of the 5th conference term of 2023 and 2027, the Young Entrepreneur Association has determined the goal of solidarity, creativity, and growth, and set many targets to try to realize the responsibility to the society presently. And with the motto accompanying development, in the term of 2023 and 2027, the Young Entrepreneurs Association strive to successfully build a startup ecological model susceptible to the local practical situation, supporting at least 5 young people started businesses and started them successfully. Strive to have at least 10 member enterprises receive awards from the Provincial and Central People's Committee, participating in winning the prizes at the Consumer Goods Fairs and High Quality Vietnam's Good Fair also. The Young Entrepreneur Association also set the targets for the term, striving for 20% of the member businesses to be qualified to develop the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union and Vietnam Youth Union in the unit. Besides, organizing and maintaining activities to site programs and plans in coordination with the provincial departments and branches. Strive to enroll new members to reach about 15% of the total number of members and organize at least 4 cultural, artistic, sports, and social security activities for community life. And on the morning of November the 18th, the final round of the 2023 English Bridge Training Competition officially took place at the Radio and Television Theatre. The 5 best contestants surpassed more than 4,500 other contestants to appear in this tough and dramatic round. In the final round, contestants went through 3 rounds of competition, including the warm-up, acceleration, and finishing with the questions in English. Based on the direction of the Department of Education and Training of the Tây Ninh Province and the very special coordination and very good coordination and conditions of the Tây Ninh Radio and Television Station, with more than 4,500 students participating over 2 months, it can be said that the quality of the contestant is also very high. And through this program, it will also create a foundation for the young people and students to further improve the English knowledge, to improve the knowledge for the learning process in the near future. And the highlight of the final round is the finishing competition with the contestant speeches revolving around randomly selected topics. Overall, the candidates confidently demonstrated their English-speaking skill as well as their skills in logical thinking, social understanding, etc. And at the end of the contest, contestant Nguyễn Trí Tiến Khoa from Hoàng Lê Kha High School for the Gifted excellently won the contest laurel wreath. Today was a day full of emotion and very happy. As for the contestants who took the exam with me today, I think they are also very wonderful, and they did very well in their exams also. Conquer English Bit is a useful English playground and jointly organized by Mobifone Tây Ninh and the Tây Ninh Department of Education and Training.
During 2 days, November 15 and 16, 2023, Tây Ninh Department of Crop Production and Plant Protection organized the collection of used pesticide packaging and destroy it in the right place. In Tây Ninh, this is the 6th collection round since 2016. This round has around 9 district, towns and cities participating, collecting trash from replaced pests everywhere in the Field Garden area, gathering in Hoa Thanh Town area, park the specialized vehicle of Miền Trung Environment Joy Stock Company arrives in Lộc Ninh District, Bình Phước Province to pick up and take away for destruction. It is estimated that this batch collected more than 1 ton of pesticide packaging waste.
And in the post-COVID-19 period, the government has introduced unprecedentedly large fiscal policy packages. The implementation of the policies to exempt, reduce, and extend many times of taxes, fees, and budget revenues has created a foundation for the people and businesses to gradually overcome difficulties, promoting the economic growth. Over the past 4 years, the total scale of fiscal support packages approved by the National Assembly and the government has reached for 100,000 billion Vietnam dong. And this year alone, the Ministry of Finance has just issued a circular reducing 35 fees and charges in the last 6 months of this year with an amount of up to 700 billion Vietnam dong. We are currently in target of stimulating demand, not only public investment demand, but also consumption demand also. Furthermore, our current budget space has also been well balanced in recent years, so this is the time we need reserve fiscal policy to support the economy again. When implementing these support packages, they have had a significant impact on budget revenue. However, in reality, the results of budget revenue are still quite positive. This has produced dividends for businesses and people. However, we must increase the budget revenue in potential areas that have not been fully exploited for many years, such as revenue from cross-border e-commerce platforms, tax collection from real estate, and incentives to collect invoices. Flexible and proactive in operation, the finance sector not only promptly supports the people and businesses, but still has a fiscal space for the following years. Recently, the Ministry of Finance proposed that competent authorities continue to consider reducing value-added tax by 2% and reducing environmental protection tax on gasoline and oil in 2024. At the same time, continue to review and reduce export and import taxes as applied this year to support domestic production and business. And ladies and gentlemen, over the years at the voters' contact conferences in Watford and City, the voters have repeatedly reported the degraded, unsafe and flooded condition of Nguyễn Văn Group Street water when it rains, and the voters also recommended that the city's People's Committee needs a solution to soon complete the construction of this street. Nguyễn Văn Group Street is one of the streets with a dense population and many business households, and recorded at the scene many sections of this road have subsided, peeled off, and when it rained, they flooded heavily due to the lack of a drainage system, and the narrow road surface does not ensure the traffic safety. And through the research, the project to upgrade and expand Nguyễn Văn Group Street has a plain road surface of 21 meters in width. This quite a large investment cost. Recently, the authorities have actively mobilized the people to donate a part of land within the road boundary to expand the road, and the state will invest in construction. And most people living on both sides of Nguyễn Văn Group Street welcomed, supported, and donated land to soon expand the road in a way that the state and the people work together. However, up to now, the road has not been completely handed over for construction. At the voter contact conference of representatives of the People's Council at two levels that took place this week, many voters were also quite upset. Why is the issues of Nguyễn Văn Group Street difficult, and the Vice President keeps promising year after year? The Nguyễn Văn Group Street agree, most people agree, and there are only 35 houses left, so it cannot be done yet. The leaders of the City People's Committee said that the city is determined to carry out the investment project to upgrade and expand Nguyễn Văn Group Street because it is an important project contributing to changing the urban face of the city, bringing the benefits for the people. However, although the majority of the people unanimously support it, there are still some households do not agree, and making the project difficult. Only 234 households agree, with 50 households disagree, and of the 50 households that have not yet agreed, there are 7 party members who have not yet agreed also. And last year, there were only 35 households that did not agree. Now, they turn to 50 households. Some impatient residents have repeatedly requested that the site be cleared for construction. However, the city said that without a site, construction cannot be built. Therefore, in order to soon have a spacious and beautiful Nguyễn Văn Group Street, the departments, industry, the unions, and the people of Watford need to continue to mobilize, propagate, and share with the household in order to create a solidarity and consensus, and the state and the people will join hands to complete the construction of this street. And ladies and gentlemen, over the past 20 years since the founding, the Young Entrepreneurs Association has truly become a companion of businesses. The 5th Congress term of 2023 and 2027 marks a period of development for the Association of Young Entrepreneurs of the Province strive for a sustainable business community, contributing to building a rich and beautiful Tenen Province. And with the action slogan, the Young Entrepreneur Association accompanying development for the 2023 and 2027 term, the Tenen Young Entrepreneurs Association strive to achieve the goal of improving the quality of the association activities, improve the quality of practical service activities for the members, accompany the member business to improve the competitiveness, to adapt to the digital era, and at the same time, expand the solidarity network to gather the young entrepreneurs to promote the trade connections between young entrepreneurs in the province cities, care for, foster, and develop the next generation of young entrepreneurs, actively participating and innovating social security activities demonstrates the social responsibility of the young entrepreneurs to the community. And to further promote the growth of association at the 5th Conference term of 2023 and 2027, Chairman of Vietnam Young Entrepreneurs Association Đặng Hồng Anh proposed that the Young Entrepreneurs Association continue to build the association to be strong with the quality and large in quantity, focusing on diversifying membership components, in particular focus on building a strong and united executive committee with dedicated, capable, and enthusiastic members of the association movement. In recent times, Tenen Province has always paid attention to implementing many measures to remove difficulties and obstacles for businesses, such as establishing a special working group to remove difficulties and obstacles and support businesses, effectively support the businesses, investors, and investment projects in the province, meetings and dialogues between the governments and businesses, regularly direct and correct administrative discipline and enhance responsibility in performing public duties, especially in handling administrative procedures for the people and businesses also. The Provincial People's Committee has and will continue to accompany and support businesses, in particular, direct localities to regularly review and grasp the operating situation of businesses in the area, pay attention to encouragement, especially continue to deploy solutions to remove difficulties and obstacles, create the conditions, help businesses overcome difficulties, recover and develop production and business also. Over the past 20 years, with the spirit of solidarity and mutual support, young entrepreneurs and businesses in Tenen Province have worked together to find the directions, actively innovate and create to survive and gradually restore and develop. Business and production help businesses overcome difficulty. That is also the amount of time for the young Tenen business team to gradually mature, affirm their important position and actively contribute to the local socio-economic development. And continuing the result achieved entering the 2023 and 2027 term, the Executive Committee of the Young Entrepreneurs Association of the Tenen Province expressed its determination to continue to play a good role as a bridge connecting businesses in the area, helping the members who are young entrepreneurs running businesses to have the most sustainable development steps, better implement the social security work, contributing positively to the community, and contribute to the fulfilling the socio-economic development goals of Tenen Province. And that's all for the TTV News today. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.